Now, if you fancy an overnight or to a very special island, go to the Observatory's website. You can find all the details on our website at u.tv. You click on UTV Life. A word of caution, though, it's not for everybody. Now, we all have seen images, of course, from Africa of orphans living in horrific conditions and wondered, what can we here in Northern Ireland do to help?
Yes, a new scheme has been launched that promises that no matter what your skills, you can help to build an orphanage in a day. And I'm delighted to say that Alan Graham, one of the project's founders, joins us now direct from Zimbabwe to explain just what it's all about. How did the project come about, Alan?
Well, Zimbabwe, as you know, over the past 10 years specifically, has been in a downward spiral. There's been inflation right off the wall. The farms have been invaded. Things have happened to cause people to get more poor and more poor as the days go past. And just about a year ago, we read something in the newspaper about little babies, orphans, who are being thrown down sewers. Their parents can't take care of them. The mothers, many of them, have been raped. So the result is the babies, they don't know what to do with them, and they just cast them aside. And well, my wife and I felt in our spirit that we should do something about this. And we spoke to some of our friends here in Ireland, and a friend up in Donegal came up with this concept of build an orphanage a day.
That is some concept. Now, how do you manage to build an orphanage in a day? What can we do?
Well, here in Northern Ireland or anywhere in the world, you can log on to buildanorphanageinaday.com and get all the details. But basically what we are saying and asking people to think about, if they want to get involved in this project, is that they take a day of their life, a working day, a day that they normally just go out to work. It could be working in a store, it could be a TV presenter, a doctor, whatever, and you give that day's salary towards this project. So no one is disqualified. Even my daughter is a school teacher, and she was telling me her class want to do this. So they're going to give their, you know, the money they get on a Friday night from their dad towards this project. So that's the thrust of the project, to get as many people involved as possible to build an orphanage in a day.
And you're officially launching it tonight. What stage are you at actually with the project out in Zimbabwe at the minute? Well,
we've found a property on 2.5 acres, which is in Harare, the capital city where my wife and I live. And there's already a building up, but we want then from that building, we're going to start bringing babies in. We're working with social welfare. They've given us our first baby. And we're going to get more babies. We hope to have 30 babies in total, maybe 40. I would take 100, but my wife says no, 30 will probably be enough. And we're going to start them in this building, and then we want to build little bungalows outside and scatter them around and have like a little village, so that the children are in there for, say, 9 months, and then they go into one of these little bungalows, and then we bring more babies in, and then they go into the next one. So it means we don't need all the money for the project at once. It'll be incremental, it'll go a little bit at a time.
Will you get any sort of support from the government there, or is that difficult?
Oh no, you don't get any support from the government there. The government are aware that there are 800,000 orphans in the nation, but there's not a lot of help for them. So people like ourselves have to just jump in, as it were, see what we can do, bring the babies in, and then trust God that we'll be able to help them and give them a life and a future.
It is a challenge, but it's an amazing undertaking, and keep us up to date with how it develops.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks you, Alan.
Very much, Alan. Now, still to come on the programme, we'll be joined on the sofa by the author of a new book called Sister Kate, A Tough Woman for Tough Times.
And Julian will be here, of course, with all the soap news as well.
So if you're watching live sport, it's absolutely brilliant. Should you need to go and answer the phone, should you need to go and crack another can of lager open, whatever it may be, you just pause.